about it or anything. It's really nice to see like people that nobody know about, and they can just blow up off of this.
All right, I'm gonna dive more into that, but I think it's time to get a slice of pizza.
Take you out for a good pizza.
We'll get some pizza.
To give everyone pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna show up with 2 giant boxes of pizza. Pizza. Say I won't, Paula. Say I won't.
And I kept telling people, hey, I want to get a slice of pizza with you. You know, all the players, they all ignored me. You know? So thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this has been an incredible journey for you all. You're now on the precipice of one of the biggest events in the history of all competitive gaming.
I'm happy that it was a fair chance for everybody, you know, for qualifiers. You could have no exposure, but if you're good, you get in the tournament. So I'm just really thankful to be here, and I'm going to enjoy my time here.
Yeah, we just try to like make our fans happy. I'm really looking forward to play on the stage in front of 100,000 people.
Do you feel like the fans and how they've been supporting you all on this road to this, do you feel like that adds a little bit to this pressure?
Honestly, it's just more support for me. I feel more like happy to be here when there's all these people, whether they're rooting for me or other players. Fortnite's grown so much, and I just can't wait to see all like the crowd. I know it's gonna get bigger and bigger every minute. So,
fellas, best of luck at the Fortnite World Cup this weekend. Seriously, nothing but the best for you. But we're in the thick of things here in New York, so I think we got to get some more pizza. You guys down? All right, let's do it. New York's got everything, and this weekend, most important, it's got the Fortnite World Cup. Now that these two have had their slice, let's see how they handle the competition.
Good guy, golden boy. You gotta love him. You can't not. He's just the best, and it's really cool that he got to go out, hang out with Aiden, get some pizza, and, you know, just tour New York. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, guys, there is actually a dynamic duel chatting with Nick and PFZin. These guys qualified back from the Brazilian region. They've got some things to say. So, Jordan, for you.
Friend, I've got Nix and PFZin here. Nix, you have been absolutely dominating in the last few weeks, especially where the solos and the duos are concerned. Being the first Brazilian player to qualify for the World Cup, can you dynamic with the two shared partners?
Nix, você estava dominando nas últimas semanas, falando para os qualifiers da World Cup. Você pode falar um pouco sobre a dinâmica de vocês?
Eu prefiro jogar bem agressivo.
PFZin and I, we try to play as aggressively as possible and get as many as we can.
As you should have been in Battle Royale right now. PFZin, you seem to tell the fiery kind of loose cannon nature of Nix, who is obviously a dominant player. You know, kind of helps him set up for a solid end game. What's it been like to work with such a young and fiery player?
Você consegue contrabalançar o estilo bem incendiante do Nix. Então, como é que é isso para você fazer esse lado mais balanceado?
Basicamente eu tenho uma role de suporte, então eu fico nas backlines e ele vai na frente. Quando a gente tem um high ground, por exemplo, a gente tem a função de e eu controlando o high ground. Basicamente é um lado mais estratégico, enquanto ele
basically I have more of a support role. Whenever we're in high ground, I'm just more in the background, supporting him. Like he has a more aggressive role.
Setting him up.
Yeah.
To fire the loose cannon at the end. It reminds me of the very W key in a West that I play on all the time. On a regular basis. You know about that courage, right? Am I right? Back to you.
Whoa. Come on. Courage just found the chicken parmesan. Someone whispered the word and he went running. Okay, just see it. Also, big shout out to Nick and I actually chatted with him very quickly. He walked so I had to get a translator to help him. But that's how things go. Now, of course, guys, I know what you want. You want more games. DJ Mike Realm, play us in.
Shout out to DJ Mike Realm, spinning the ones and twos here at the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Golden Boy alongside Mastife, Boricua Boys back at it again, looking to bring you the fun as we have games 3 and 4 on deck. And so far, this has been one of the most exciting events I've ever been to. That game 1 was ridiculous. Game 2 did not disappoint as well, Monster.
No, it didn't. I thought for a second there we're going to see back-to-back performances from Zay and Sap. And I mean, we honestly did. Everyone that was in the top 10 contestant, even Miz and Daedra, they were performing. We saw them cut it all the way through. And it's that level of consistency that's going to cut the difference and making it all the way through the top 10. Being a World Cup winner.
What I'd love to see is that standings page, top 10. International through and through. You got the Japanese players popping off, European players popping off, players from New Zealand. Everyone's putting in every little bit they can. But folks, it's now time for game number 3. The players are all loaded up in the battle bus, and we are about to take off. Let's see who's going to get that much closer to raising the trophy and being your Fortnite World Champions of Duos. Here we go.
Keep it going, Golden Boy, because we are jumping into game 3. As these cameras populate, your favorite competitors are here. They've made it this far. It's the duo competition. If you were nervous before, hopefully they kicked the bucket over the single break here, and they're back and they're recuperating.
I know I practically kicked the bucket after Vinny Zetro 1 game 2, man. I was feeling it, man. It was nuts. And there they are on your screen. So the drop for the bus here, it's going to be a north to south one going right over that ice biome. It's going to cut pretty much center of the map there. And Vinny and Zetro, I'm very happy that they are performing this well, Monster. This is a duo that had so much success. Even going into the World Cup qualifiers, we all were like, yeah, this is a duo that definitely should make it into the duo that then tragedy struck as Zetro had a few problems with arthritis and things with his hands, and I'm making sure I'm getting that right. And I think it's bummed out about that. Good to see him showing up, man.
I mean, that's what you expect of our competitive veterans, specifically Zetro. They go back to as many of the live tournaments as we see as the But anyways, in here we have UAG KBB. He's going to take down Lexi. Is Scram close by? Is he close enough? And this is a battle going down in Snobby Shores. So right here, we have players getting dropped. That's actually our first elimination. Lucky for us to catch that one, but there's shots coming in from the Vikings right up above. And there's a corner. Sweeps him up. Catch that full E1 there. So that's his now. So back here, Golden Boy.
Very rough situation being here, but Zetro now looking to engage in this one. POV now. Kind of get it's a little wild, man. It's like just getting the bearings all together here. I think for the players as well, that moment where they can just have that conversation. What are they going to do? How are they going to just implement their strategy going into the next game? What is that strategy going to be? Do you mix it up? Do you change your drop spots? These are things that are going to be so important for these players. The time that they can take to just communicate with one another. Now Scram is looking to be essentially in a world of hurt here. We heard from Nix gives in earlier on. The Brazilian duo. They know that. Scram, they're going to come hunt for him, so they know he's around him. They're just trying to sniff him out.
Yeah, and if you were in the players' lounge, you could feel the tension, specifically when we brought up the Brazilian duos, the Brazilian players. These guys qualified, and they qualified with head.
Perisur. Ay. Perisur. No, no está bien.
¿Qué? ¿No quédate con tu papá?
Ahorita en Perisur. La verdad es que luego hay Hay cosas de sur.
They're definitely dictating the pace of battle here.
Yeah,
that's what they want to continue to do.
They're suffocating them. Plain and simple, right? Not letting them get any kind of movement there. I mean, Jam side in 7S's K7, they're looking, they're having a conversation of what the play is. What is the movement going to be? But Crimson Spades are not going to allow them that opportunity to breathe. That's going to be the down there. Crims managing to knock down Jam side. He's looking for 7S's K7 around the corner, and that's going to be the elimination registered. Both players are going to be out of there. And a big win there for Crimson Spades.
What a clean push right there. Crimson Spades have so much to prove here because when they qualified, they were kind of looked down on like, wait a second, was it luck? Was it not? No, they're here to show it off and show why they're at the World Cup Finals. But now, hopping back with Miz and Daedra, we saw them have a great game one, came out top 10, and they're still in the running. They're in about the top 10 right now as well, based off of eliminations. Not necessarily picking up too many placement points. They're heavily dependent on just piping up these players at these points of interest. And looks like Lucky Land is theirs right now.
They'll have that, but let's see. I love the fact that you go to this hot spot here, so there is going to be a bunch of free items that you're going to be able to pick up on. Also, you can have that circle advantage right there. So you don't got to worry too much. You can continue to focus on looting. High ground has been lost, though. Miz needs to be careful. There's Daedra. He's going to be right next to him, trying to get these angles.
They have to stick together. Looking for the sound cues right here. Can they find their opponent? Catch a nice little low ground peek right here. Low ground is definitely underrated. If you can just kind of peek out, catch a big shot, you're almost guaranteed a headshot, which is a big multiplier.
Yeah, players don't really think about that, right? Like you always see full-time players go after the high ground. That's the bread and butter for a lot of players that play this game. But you know better than most that the low ground can pay dividends for you if you know how to take advantage of that positioning and maybe some overzealous players and try and get aggressive on you. You got Gustavo along with Wishy.
I'm actually very interested to see if Gustavo's going to lead this push here, because specifically between these two players right here, this duo, the Brazilian duo, Gustavo doesn't necessarily lead the push. It's Wishy. Wishy's the aggressive one here, so he has the ultimate hobby. He's always looking for the shot. What they're going to do is just a nice standoff.
Yeah, and that's this whole event, right? Players have just been very cautious about what they want to do. They are not trying to get too aggressive in these fights. They know what's on the line here. Millions in pricing is on the line. You do not want to make a bad decision. Be one of those teams that are eliminated. Salvo's going to be down. He has no builds to work with as well. 19 HP remaining. It's just a hope and a prayer, but unfortunately for him, that was not going to be enough there. Gustavo's out. Wishy isn't going to happen for him either. And Miz, he's feeling it. That's going to be 2 elims for this duo.
gotta love the snarky little smirk right there on his face when you get those 2 points.
Murky.
Feels so good.
It's really good. Feels really good. And then Volks and Parpy. And look at this. Parpy actually dealing with this battle. And this other player that actually got the high ground against him was focus firing on Volks. Parpy pushing back here. I wonder, you get split up like this, but Volks and Parpy, they love playing a very aggressive style. They'll get in your face. They'll box you out if they need to.
Yeah, without a doubt, this duo was unmatched when it came down to eliminations in the qualifying rounds. They had the most, actually, and even pulled off a consecutive 5 victories in 8 games to qualify for one of the weekends. Volks and Parpy, another kind of reference to Game 1. They had a great Game 1. We saw them picking up duos, but we haven't seen them necessarily make it through to endgame. All they have to do is kind of slow it down here, and that's what they're trying to do, but being split up is terrible.
Also, in the distance, I just want to make note, Wolfie's a very aggro controller player. He's another one. I think that we've seen a fun mixture of players that look to get that safe approach to the game, and then others that just want to take early fights, get some points early on, because maybe they're playing that early game strategy rather than like focusing so hard. Like if you get late game, that's great, but you do want to rack up a few eliminations. Look how low the points are that have been thus far in games 1 and 2. Get yourself a few elims and then maybe manage to make it to that top 15, which is very hard given how many players have stayed alive in this game. Games 1 and 2, we were at what? 5? Yeah, sort of 5. I think we were sitting at like 45, 46 players. They're just waiting for movement.
Yeah, and that's where that storm surge kicks in, right? Does damage to players. That's feeling back. But Crew and Chapels, one of my picks to watch. Have sort of been struggling in the format so far. When the real pressure's on, you know, the environment shifts, right? Everything changes.
That's right. Everything changes here, and Crew does manage to get that shot off, or attempted to, with that tactical shotgun. It was not going to get the connection necessary there, but it did put the fear in the player to have to back away. Both players, well, respecting the space from one another. The stinkers come out. Crew and Chapix having to get out of there, and they're going to use those, I believe, the shockwave nades to just fly on out of there. Didn't see the purple over their bodies there, but they were able to fly on out of that fight. Would have got real risky for them.
I was going to say, that was a respectful disengage. You only got 6 games here, 2 of which have happened.
That's
they
right.
need big performances, and they have to push towards placement and endgame. So good on them to kind of back up, and when you have stinkers, there's no defense against it. You get chunked down right through your builds. It really is annoying to go against. And speaking about the stinkers here, Epic Whale's under pressure right now, and that's just going to chunk him down. They force him off of the campfire, and we'll see if he returns to it. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, you're only going to get so much time with that campfire. Epic Whale along with 40R Storm. This is a Week 10 qualified duo. Last moment you could possibly have it happen, and they managed to pull it off. Maybe this could be the game for them. Another dominating duo in the scene, Airwalks and Nikov. Airwalks winning the Pro-Am yesterday 2 times now. This is a whole new ball game. Best players in the world in this lobby. It's not going to be a cakewalk, and he knows that. It hasn't been the best run thus far for Airwalks and Nikov.
Yeah, and it was their last final games there. Notice the text right there. The fast track Airwalks and Nikov qualified for the Fortnite World Cup in their final 7 games. That's intense. They were struggling so close on the cusp every single weekend, so close to qualifying. If it was 5 placements, they were 6 or so like that. It was that close for them. But jumping in here, Crew is going to put some pressure down, and it looks like his teammate has been traded out as well. He's already gone.
Also going to see some eliminations over in the feed as well. You got Crew who just cleaned up on Volks, but Septic took out X-Men. And then I think I saw XXM pop up there on the receiving end of a shot there, so we'll be out of the action as well. Crew by himself has 1 elimination. Going to be looking to get as many points as possible. Full is left alive. We're going into the next circle here in just a little bit. It's going to start to collapse. Salty Springs is going to be the point of interest for all of our players here. Got a lot of bodies that are going to be lingering outside. Some that are even as far out as Dusty Divot, like on the northern end of it, sticking around there. So maybe trying to get some last-minute loot, perhaps. We'll have to see.
Here is Parpy looking for that peak. Volks and Parpy always tend to stay together, but wait a second, that was a tricky little shockwave right there. He did try to sneak his way into the build. He takes the wall. What are you gonna do with it? He's still looking for the replacement here. He gets it on land, takes the wall. 184! Crew's excitement, you can feel it from here. That was a huge shot. It's a new tactical shotgun, the legendary.
That's right. When you're feeling it, man. He went right for the fight. Ambitious, young player there from Sweden, 15 years of age, man, and he's playing for millions of dollars. So many of these players, they're just young ones. We have a lot of young fans here in the arena today. Maybe next year this could be them. Then you got a few of the veterans. Sextro, then you saw Nate Hill. 8 in there. Back over for our game 2 winners. Sextro and Vinny. No eliminations to their name thus far. I mentioned Wolfie's the aggro controller player. He went right for Nyx. And to take him out on that one.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Wolfie hopefully highlight before the weekend's over. Touching base with him, he's a great kid, definitely enthusiastic about being here at the World Cup, and he feels totally prepared. He's ready to represent the few controller players for a lot of players, obviously, clearly. Here you have Steve elevate. They haven't found the rhythm.
They were a little quiet, man. They won WSO. 8-2-0. Had success in the past. Got to get something to turn it around. The talent is certainly there. I think it's the Fortnite competitive Reddit mentioned, why is no one talking about Season Elevate? And I think it's just important to note that in order for us to talk about it, they got to start doing some things. And I think games 1 and 2 has not been their game.
Yeah, and I mean, we were there in the warm-up rounds. A lot of players were not necessarily revealing strategy, but whoa, that's a huge shot on Sip right there. And Mitro sends one flying down the field right there.
That's him packing. Back to the action at hand. We're going to have 36 duos left in this. Notable names, obviously, Mega and Dubs. Benji Savage. A lot of people in the crowd popped for Benji Fisher. Savage. For due reason, this is a stupendous duo. The double snipe combination from Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage.
Big shot right there. These double snipes, you gotta be careful. There's no standing still in a box here because you might eat one right there. They line up another.
Right.
Not quite successful that time around, but hey, all damage matters. Storm Surge, you want to be dealing damage. You cannot stay idle. There are no free passes at the World Cup.
That's what happened in game 1, man. The Storm Surge claimed a lot of victims. You have to be engaging in fights. You cannot stay still. There's Wexy and Letwick on the move. Rocks right behind him. Cooler organization. Benji Fish is going to be down. Just saw that one off on the side. Mr. Savage now having to deal with a player that had engaged on him. He just needs to wait this one out here. But Benji does get it done. And that was going to be Wexy.
Sneaky ambush right there. He used his shadow bomb, pushed up. Notice Benji was kind of over-peeking, harassing players with that sniper. You can't hold down the scope right there. He ate a shotgun to the face. That's why Benji goes down. One for high ground, he had to immediately get out of there and leave his duo behind. So, what can Mr. Savage do? One of the best mechanical players here today. What can he do by himself?
Not going to be easy. Not with a lobby like this. He's really just looking to play the keep-away game. Maybe can pick off a player with that heavy sniper, get eliminations for himself. They only have 1 point right now, and they're nowhere near getting the placement points currently. He's still looking to harass some players. Some pressure on them. Now you see that half and half opponent. 2 duo out there. Everyone's going to have to start to move over to that east side. It's going to be a struggle for so many players. They're starting to make the moves right now. They don't make one to prevent these players from getting inside.
This is a team we want to watch right now during this rotation. Magro and Mitro, they are masters at executing, especially when they have mobility like this to cut across the field. Now, there's no reason for them to rush. Once they spot out someone, they're gonna pounce. They're gonna jump on that target.
They're gonna make that mistake. They're only gonna make that error in judgment. So, But there's the launch pad. It's going to go out now. Need to be weary of beats. So many times you think that you're just going to be sailing away with no problem, not a care in the world, and then you just end up losing all of your HP, and then that's it. You're done.
We've seen it countless number of times. Check it out. You know, flyer drops, taking out the side of the ball. And whoa, it looks like they're tracking so beautifully. Catches someone trying to just kind of rotate a bomb, but that was not enough.
You are not safe from the shadows there, buddy. Another thing, too, was that when they were out of position for a brief moment, the way that they were able to get back together, right? That patience with one another, communication, you need to have it when you're getting down to these final moments. 25 duos are going to still be standing here. You got Calculator and Macwood. They're going to have that high ground up above. Shouldn't be comfortable just yet, because anything can happen here. Look at where that next circle is going to be going. Moves need to be made.
With that RPG, I mean, they can basically take high ground at any given moment that they want or choose. Calculator looking around, already on 4 eliminations for Macwood. Macwood did say he's the fragger of the duo. We'll see if Calculator can keep up right now. I am just poking good fun because Calculator loves